Hello YouTube, this is Frank, and this is December 20th, 2025, and this is my 98th video and my first GPS chrony video, and this is an introduction to GPS NMEA and chrony, and this is one of about 20 videos that I've got planned, and the plan is to write a public domain program to feed GPS to chrony, the NMEA sentences. So if you have a receiver, my project will fit right in here between the receiver and chrony. Chrony does not include those NMEA drivers. Now my project replaces GPSD. Let me put my board down and I'll show you what I got. Let me see. I'm going to get my board. Alright, let's see. Disclosure, I have no financial, employment, personal, or family relationship with any brand or product. I purchase products that appear in my videos with my money. I'm retired, I put her around. AI was not used in this video. On a video, the summary, my project, I'm going to write a public domain program to feed those GPS sentences into chrony. You write a public domain interface to chrony. Yeah. Now NTP and ntpsec, the security, they have GPS drivers for those sentences, but chrony does not. Now it is not hard to do this, but it's not obvious. So that's what this project is. Chrony web page. Let me show you what the chrony is. This is chrony. This is the time server. Let me see. Let's see now. And now I don't have any applications where I require microsecond accuracy. And with these sentences, GPS NMEA sentences, you really can't expect to get microsecond accuracy, but you can. I'm hoping to get plus or minus 20 milliseconds in my project, and I'll be happy if I can do that. 50 millisecond, that's kind of a standard that's often used. It's on page 38. Like for synchronizing your stock market clocks, there's 50 milliseconds right there if you want to trade stocks in the U.S. These other countries have different criteria. There's one for 20 milliseconds, but see right here, complying with the 50 millisecond synchronization is not especially difficult, and I'm hoping I can get that 50 millisecond in my project. Let's see, get back to my notes. Okay, that's it. Not especially difficult. Now all videos that I'm planning to make are kind of subject to change without notice. I'm retired. I may or may not make these planned videos. Now I have most of the hard parts already written and working. Now if you don't want to watch the rest of the video, I'll show you. Let me show you what I've got. Now this is like the first I mean, it's like a demonstration project to show you that it works. And let me kind of scroll on down here, and let me show you what I got. I've got a single board computer, and I've got a one of those GPS receivers, and that's what this is. That's the GPS receiver and the single board computer. Now, chrony does not have a built-in drivers, so this is what my project is. So let me just kind of show you. I've got it. Let me see if I can pull that one up here. Okay, now I've got a secure shell over there, and let me get back to my notes. What I want to do. Oh, system. Let me just show you that I do not have GPSD installed. Let's see now. That was I probably got it up here on my. Okay, there we go. Right there. See, system cannot be found. So we don't have. I just want to show you now that I don't have GPSD on here. Now let me get through. I'm going to get through these right here because I do have chrony on here. So let me just show you what I got. And I got it on my. This is my GPS over there. Now I do have some local servers. And that's what those two are, the 3 and the 6 right there. I wonder, can you, I'll leave my pen right there. Is that any better? 3 and a 6, those are my local servers. And I think you got a source stats. Oops, move my cursor down. Yeah, same thing. Now, it's not, right now it's not feeding any sentences over there to chrony. I'm just kind of showing you before I start my program right here. See right here, there's nothing, there's all my, those are my local time servers right there. All right, now let me show you what I got right here. Now I want to start my program, my demonstration program. See right here, here's my demonstration program. Let's see here now. And there we go. See, I'm feeding these sentences, those GPS sentences over there to chrony every second. It's kind of, it goes by pretty quickly right there, but you can see every second it's going over there. And I'm doing some tests. I'll have to show you what my tests are, but this goes, I think I get it for just a couple of minutes to get a few samples to get over there to chrony, and it's going to stop in just a minute. And the other thing I wanted to do was I want to see the sentences as they come on, as my GPS is reading those things. Yeah, see, I'm just stopped right here. Now, watch this right here. There's a tail right there. We're going to look at that statistics log again. So here's those things showing up again. There's that receiver. And there it is right there. And so that's what my project is. I just wanted to show you. See, I've got the hard part working. and I wanted to start kind of making videos of what I'm doing right here. And let me get to my notes. Was there something else I wanted to show over here? The chrony config. Let me just show you that the config on chrony. Let's see here now. Yeah, this is my chrony config file right here. And there's my local servers that I've got on my network. And down at the bottom, this is the reference clock for that. That's that GPS receiver that's feeding over there to my signal board computer. And that's it right here. All right, I think that's what I wanted to show here. Yeah. Now, I want to learn more about the chrony and these inexpensive receivers. In the past, I have used NTP and NTP Secure. Now that I'm retired, I have time to putter around with chrony. History. Yeah, Hurricane Helene, it crashed one of the time servers that I built for an isolated network back in 2018, 2019, something like that. And I used a Raspberry Pi in NTP. And I was working full time back then, and you just don't have time to get to play around. You just have to get the thing working. Now let me show you. Let me kind of move this up a little bit. Let me show you. Helene. There's Helene. Came through Georgia right there. And I think they got a radar picture of it. Yeah, it came right through Georgia and up to North Carolina there. And it crashed my time server, and I had to build another one. But I was still, though, I was kind of rushed to get that replacement time server put together, and I didn't have time. I did not have time to study that GPSD how-to. Now this how-to is still very confusing for me to read. Now let me just show you what I'm talking about. I've got it. GPSD time service. Now, if you want to build you a 1 pulse per second, 1 pulse per second time server, you can use GPSD to do that. But to me, this whole website is just difficult for me to understand. So I guess I'm just dense. So I'm writing mine to figure out how all this works. So yeah, I do not want to use GPSD. I want to putter around with these receivers and chrony. And now that I'm retired, I have time to do that. And last October, November, that was just after Hurricane Helene went through there. I think it was in end of September. Yeah, end of September. That's when it went through. And I started building me some receivers so I could look at that. And I set up over a dozen of those GPS servers. And let me show you what I got. And this is from an earlier video of mine, and it kind of shows you my one of my local networks. One of my networks. I've just got residential fiber, 1 gigabit down, 100 megabit up. I just use consumer grade components. That's got a Walmart's router, and I've got some switches. This is my TV room, and in my workroom I've got about a dozen of these GPS receivers here. And see over here, there's my volts per second servers over there. So I really don't that's really the only application I have for these volts per second servers, is just to check the accuracy of all this stuff right here. Otherwise, milliseconds is fine for me. So yeah, I've got this is the PC that I'm on right here. It's on this switch. Yeah, I've got all Cat 6 Ethernet cable. There's no wireless in here. Liver computers. I've got those liver computers. They're ARM Cortex A53s are better, and they're kind of similar to a Raspberry Pi 3. They're all U-Blocks USB receivers. There's my pulse per second time server, one of them, and then the other one, I'm using a sweet potato for that time server. I think they're all running Debian Bookworm, I think. This is my house. This is kind of shows you what my house. The fiber comes in to the router right here, and I got a switch. And then in my workroom, I've got 3 more switches over there, and my GPS. There's my GPSs. They're over there by that window. And then my TV room. This is my TV room. Now these receivers, they're 8, 9, or 10 feet away from that window, and I don't have any problem with that. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. Let's see. Let me show you my table. I'm gonna move my camera down. Now this is my TV room, and let me see here now. Let's see now. There's my switch, 16-port switch. I've got 2 projects right here running on the Libre computers. Those 2 right there. I've got another project here. I've got my projects running NetBSD. I've got 3 or 4 of these right here running NetBSD. And here's that Tritium that's running that GPS test that I've got. It's in here. It's right here on top of my camera. It's right there on top of my camera right there. I'm gonna move my board up, my window, my camera up. All right, let's see now. Can you see everything come back? Then some of those micro PCs, they do have, some of them do and some of them do not have those RS-232 ports. And now I do have an interest in using those with GPS and mice and dongles, but not so. Right now, I'm not interested in using that RS-232 port for those pulse per second receivers. Maybe later we may look at that. Right now I just want to figure out those GPS sentences and chrony. Yeah, this is what I'm mainly interested in, looking at those sentences going into chrony. Constraints, let me tell you, I've got about 10 constraints. I want that 50 millisecond target there with $10 to $20 dongles and mice there. Now I've got several different kinds over there, but they're all U-Blocks over there. Well, except for that Adafruit. The Adafruit is a MediaTek GPS. I've got that one. Let's see. I think I already showed you this one right there. Yeah, there's the second criteria. I'm using that recommended minimum, and it's usually at the top of the second. And let me show you what I'm kind of talking about. If you this NMEA, they've got a thing down here. They kind of got a little overview of the messages, like the maximum length is 82 characters, and the start character of a message, the identifier and the talker. Let's see, comma delimited. Yeah, there's the talker. That's kind of what the sentences look like. And I think down here, that's what I'm looking at right here. The RMC, recommended minimum. Let's see now. I think they have some. Yeah, there's a sample file right here. There's sentences, and there's a RMC right there, the recommended minimum. So that's what we're talking about with the NMEA 183. Let me see if I can get back to my notes. Now I'm going to use a blocking read. When you saw my program over there, when it was running, let me see if I can make it run again. Yeah, that's the reason a blocking read to get these sentences right here. You see as they're flashing up there on the screen right there. That's what I'm talking about. I'm UTC time. I believe the GPS receiver is supposed to handle leap seconds when it's in UTC mode. I'm not interested in pulse per second in this project. Maybe later we may look at that. I've got several of these things set up, so I don't have it installed on some of my demonstrations yet. So I do not use GSPD. It's not used in this project. The purpose of this project is to write my own interface to Chrony. Yeah, we're not using NTP or NTP Secure. Now those NTP and NTP Secure, they already include their drivers into those servers, and GPSD is really not needed for NMEA. And so yeah, this is what we're doing, is a interface between the receiver and Chrony. Yeah, that's what we're doing now. Now by default, I'm going to just keep. Now by default, my program, I want it to keep whatever configuration the user sets up with their GPS. There are several utilities, and you can configure your GPS. Now, GPSD, now by default, it reconfigures your GPS receiver to the GPSD maintainer's preference. So, and it does not restore your settings back when it exits. So you have to use a command line. And see, this is what I mean right here when I'm saying I just get confused with that GPSD documentation. You can see this all over the interweb where people use dash B or the P. And it's just confusing to me. I guess I'm just a dum-dum. Now, I'm going to put all of my project source code on my Google Drive. And this was kind of let me just kind of tell you what the plan, the general plan is. This is the introduction. These are my videos. These are my videos here that I want to do. And I've got, most of this is already completed. And so I just need to make a video of these tests that I've got. This one, this number 2, this is the critical one. If you don't want to watch any of these in my series, the number 2, I'll show you the kind of really the whole, well, I'll show you how to do it with that one. Otherwise, we'll just do write a part. Then these are, I'm going to write public domain programs there. There's several different programs to configure your GPS, and that's one of them. I just use that one. Then we'll install the chrony server. I have not written a daemon yet. That shouldn't be too hard. Let's see that. Okay, then after we get everything set up, there's some things I want to do after I get it set up. I want to port it to NetBSD and install write a public domain error function, because I want to do some statistics, just community college level statistics. And if we can, I'd like to modify our program to use those statistics and then look at various GPS connection issues and chrony. Now you see a lot of public domain programs in my listing right here. Now it's not so much that I've got a stance against commercial software, or that all software must be free. It's just that I'm modifying programs that are already in the public domain. Because that's right here. Professor Shulman, he already put all of his programs in the public domain, and I'll just be modifying some of his programs, so they're already in the public domain. And I just want to try to give him credit for that course there, that advanced programming in the Unix environment. Yeah, now I'm not interested in contributing to an existing software project. Not interested in starting a project on GitHub. I'm going to put all of my project source code on my Google Drive, and I don't want to make a commitment to any project. Yeah, I don't want a manager to approve my work or plan. I don't want any performance reviews. I'm retired. I don't want any more performance reviews. I just want to putter around with my projects. And that's the end of this video. The next one, video 2, if you can, this is really the most critical one in this series to watch right here. I'll show you how to get those sentences over there to chrony. All right. Thank you for watching my video. Merry Christmas.